So 5. Can I move on to 5, or are we still back on 3? We're good? I promise you're going to do a couple of each one of these today for your assignment. It says a satellite cable company charges an installation fee of $50 plus an additional $35.95 per month for service. And so if I'm going to do number 5, the first thing it says is write a function to represent the situation. So if a satellite company charges an installation fee of $50 plus an additional $35.95 per month, how do I write that out? How would I discover for 2 months or 7 months or 26 months, how do I figure out how much money they're going to charge me total, and tell me why? Logan, what do you think? Yes, please. Ooh, so let's check. Y equals 50x plus 35.95. Now I'm going to say to myself, am I doing 50, 50, 50, 50 over and over and over and paying $3.95 once? Logan says no. Logan, what are you going to do? I see him erasing. How are you going to change it, Logan? Tell me why you switched it, Logan. You're absolutely right. Tell me why the x has to go by the $39.95. Good, I paid that one over and over and over and over. So I'm multiplying by this amount. Once they install it, I'm done. I never have to pay that again. It's a one-time deal. So when you're making the rule, it's really important that you think about what's getting multiplied over and over. What am I doing lots of times? What do I only have to pay one time? I'm with you, Mrs. Smith? B says, make a function table to find the total cost for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 months. Wait a minute. Which thing stands for which thing? X stands for what and Y stands for what? Because it's easy to write X and Y, but what does each one stand for? X. I'm sorry, X is the what? X is the domain, but that doesn't tell me in the story problem what it stands for. So that's a true statement, but it didn't answer my question. Yes. What does X stand for? Yeah. It stands for the months. Perfect. Which means the Y stands for what? Y stands for the cost. Yes. I think it's critically important that you put the labels on your tables, because I'm telling you, those students that don't typically graph things incorrectly. And now we don't get to pick for X. They told us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this continuous or discrete? Is this continuous or discrete? It didn't ask that, but I'll know you answered that question based on how you graph it. Is this one continuous or discrete? Can I have partial months? Or do I have to pay for a whole month at a time? Which one? Do you know? Logan, I already asked you before, so I'm not asking you again. So okay, he wants to go. Why? Why is it discrete? You're right. You have to pay for 1 month at a time. They will not let you pay for 2.375 months. They'll make you pay for 1 whole month at a time. And so does that mean our graph is going to be dots or a straight line? Dots only. Discrete means dots. Discrete means dots. Continuous means a straight line. That's your ticket out the door. When I graph a continuous graph, is it dots or a straight line? You'll say straight line. Or I'll ask, when you graph a discrete function, is it dots or a straight line? And your answer will be dots. Discrete means dots only. And so I know, isn't it so much fun? Here, I'll help you out, Brevin. I'll plug this sucker into the calculator for you. I know the first one's going to be 89.95. And then how do I get this next one kind of fast and easy? What can I do? I'm not calling on you again. What do I have wrong? 35? Oh, curses and swearing. Oh, good work. I know, that means that one's wrong too. Should have caught me before I wrote it 6 times, Brevin. I am. For not catching my mistake. You should not do that. You should not trust me. My calculations necessarily on a Monday morning.
Don't worry.
Fine. Now, how could I could multiply 35.95 times 2 and then add 50. That's a couple of steps. How could I take this number and figure out what the next one is? I could add 35.95. That would be doing it in one step. So I know that this function is going to change by 35.95 every time because I can see that I'm multiplying. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to add 35.95. So I got, my calculator says 121.9. Can I leave that just as a 0.9?
No.
No, why not? I have to have a 0 y because I'm talking about money. Money is always 2 decimal places. $193.8. Am I done? Oh, you're right. I have to grab it, and I have to have 2 decimal places. If you only had 193.8 and you didn't put that other 0, it's wrong. C says graph it. Is it continuous or discrete? Explain. Someone explain to me the answer to that question that I'm going to put here and then I'll graph it. Not Logan, I'm not talking to you anymore today. Gabe?
It's discrete because they won't allow you to pay 0.79 of a month at a time.
Excellent.
Even though probably they would allow you to do bi-weekly, which would probably allow you to do like a fourth at a time.
Hold on, they won't allow you to pay a portion. I will tell you, because the definition talking about continuous discrete is can I be broken up, that would be an acceptable answer. They will let you pay, I think, per day, actually. So if I cancel it and I've already paid for a full month but have only gotten 7 days worth of things, they'll pay me back. But I can't break it down by hour and minute and second. So it's still discrete even if they break it down. Okay? Discrete means you can't have an infinite number of pieces. Continuous, it means it can be any value. And so for 5, when I graph it, I have no negatives anywhere, right? So I only need the first quadrant. Please don't be making all the quadrants on these ones because you don't need them all. You only need the first one. You do have to break it down into manageable pieces. Again, I'm going to do months down here. And I'm going to do cost over here. In dollars, if I put that label, oh, you can't see it, guys. Say, Mrs. Smith, we can't see your graph. When you put the label for costs as money over here, you don't have to write it over and over. So save yourself some space. Months. Again, I'm going to skip. And then I'm going to, if I have to go to like 250, 50, 100, 250. Looks to me like I'm going to count by looks like I'm going to count by 50s. I know, because I had to shrink it down a little bit here. Oh. So. What's my problem?
Okay, it goes from 0 to 100 in 2 spaces, and then it goes from 100 to 150 in 2 spaces.
Good work. You're right. I thought I was counting wrong. Good job, buddy. 50, then 100, then 150, then 200, and then 250. Good work, because I so would have marked myself wrong. Good catch, Logan. Yes.
Actually, when 50 start at 0 because